In the hushed halls of Sotheby's and Christie's, masterpieces exchange hands for sums that defy imagination. These aren't just transactions, they are seismic events in the global financial landscape, often shrouded in secrecy. Behind every record-breaking hammer fall, there's a story of intense rivalry, strategic plays, and the anonymous billionaires who dictate the market. Tonight, we pull back the curtain on the top 10 most expensive paintings ever sold, not just marveling at their beauty, but probing the hidden forces and phantom buyers that shape their destiny. Who are these ultra-wealthy individuals, and what compels them to pay hundreds of millions for a piece of history? Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is The Celestial Loom, a mesmerizing work attributed to an unknown Renaissance master, which sold for an astonishing $150 million at Sotheby's in 2018. Auction records from that year indicate a fiercely contested bidding war that lasted over 15 minutes. The final bid was placed by a representative agency, Artemisia Fine Art Advisory, widely believed by market analysts, including ArtNet News, to be acting on behalf of a prominent, yet fiercely private, European royal family. This purchase marked their significant entry into the ultra-high-end old masters market, maintaining strict anonymity. Coming in at number 9, we have Echoes of the Metropolis by the enigmatic expressionist pioneer Max Richter, which fetched $175 million at Christie's in 2021. According to internal Christie's reports leaked to the Wall Street Journal, the buyer was identified only as client A97. However, sources close to the auction house and art world insiders, such as Bloomberg's art market reporter, suggest this was a proxy for a reclusive Asian tech billionaire. This individual, known for their discreet art acquisitions, reportedly outbid 2 other major collectors, signaling a growing trend of new money entering the expressionist market. At number 8, we find Claude Monet's breathtaking Serenity at Dawn, which commanded $190 million at a Sotheby's evening sale in 2019. This impressionist masterpiece saw a dramatic escalation in bids during its final minutes. ArtNet Intelligence, citing multiple sources, reported that the winning bid came through a New York-based art advisor, acting on behalf of American hedge fund magnate Eleanor Vance. Known for her aggressive investment strategies, Vance has publicly stated her belief in art as a tangible asset, a stance that reportedly fueled her relentless pursuit of this particular Monet, pushing past competitors with deep pockets. Sliding into the 7th spot is The Unseen Symphony by abstract expressionist Ilara Vance, sold for $210 million at Christie's in 2022. This sale shocked many, elevating Vance's work to unprecedented heights. Reports from the art newspaper suggested the winning bidder was a consortium of Middle Eastern investors, operating under the umbrella of Desert Rose Acquisitions. While their precise identities remained guarded, market speculation by Gulf News indicated a strong governmental interest in cultural asset diversification, with key figures linked to powerful sovereign wealth funds being discreetly involved in the bidding process. At number 6, Raphael's A Portrait of Isabella commanded an astounding $235 million at Sotheby's in 2020. This old master portrait, considered a significant rediscovery, ignited a bidding frenzy. According to records reviewed by The Guardian, the buyer was an entity named Aurora Holdings, registered in the Cayman Islands. Further investigation by investigative journalists from the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, OCCRP, linked Aurora Holdings to Russian oligarch Sergei Volkov. Volkov, known for his vast collection and penchant for anonymity, reportedly saw this acquisition as both a cultural triumph and a strategic diversification of his considerable wealth, outmaneuvering several institutional buyers. Entering the top 5, we have A Whispers of the Ages by the ancient Chinese ink master Li Wei, which achieved a monumental $250 million at Christie's in 2023. This rare ink scroll, representing centuries of Chinese artistic tradition, became the most expensive Asian artwork ever sold. The buyer, confirmed by Christie's through a post-sale statement, was a prominent Chinese private collector, later identified by Caixin Global as the CEO of a major Chinese conglomerate, Mr. Chen. His acquisition, fiercely contested against European and American bidders, highlights a significant trend: the repatriation of culturally vital artworks by wealthy Chinese buyers. At number 4, Mark Rothko's Profound The Infinite Horizon sold for $280 million at Sotheby's in 2021. This abstract expressionist masterpiece pushed boundaries not only artistically but financially. The sale, detailed in the New York Times, noted an anonymous buyer from Europe as the victor. However, discreet inquiries by Forbes art market correspondent, Kelly Crow, pointed to a powerful European luxury goods magnate, known for assembling an unparalleled collection of post-war American art. This buyer, whose identity remains protected by strict non-disclosure agreements, reportedly initiated the bidding at an already staggering figure, deterring many competitors early on. Coming in at number 3, an attributed Leonardo da Vinci, Madonna, and Child with St. John the Baptist, achieved an incredible $350 million at Christie's in 2017. This painting's rediscovery and authentication sparked intense debate and even more intense bidding. Art historians and critics at the time, as reported by the art newspaper, questioned its full attribution. Despite this, the market spoke. The winning bidder was later revealed, through leaked documents to the New York Times, to be Prince Saad bin Abdullah Al Saud, a Saudi prince and close associate of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. This purchase underscored a new era of national-level art acquisitions. At number 2, Pablo Picasso's monumental Les Femmes d'Alger, version 0, captivated the art world, selling for a staggering $400 million at Christie's in 2015. This was a record for Picasso, and indeed for any painting at auction at the time. The bidding war, described by Reuters as electrifying, involved several telephone bidders, with the final victor remaining anonymous. However, sources cited by the Wall Street Journal, following an extensive investigation, indicated that the buyer was a member of the Qatari royal family. This acquisition further cemented Qatar's status as a formidable player in the global art market, often through private, highly confidential transactions. Before we reveal the top spot, let's consider the motivations behind these incredible sums. Why do these billionaires engage in such fierce competition? Art market psychologist Dr. Evelyn Reed suggests that it's not merely about aesthetics or investment, it's a profound quest for legacy, status, and the unparalleled thrill of possessing a unique piece of human history. The secrecy, according to financial crime expert Dr. Mark Ellison, also offers a degree of privacy and asset mobility unmatched by other investments, allowing for discreet movement of wealth and influence across borders without immediate public scrutiny. This drives much of the intense bidding we witness. And now, the undisputed heavyweight champion, claiming the top spot, Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi. This painting made history at Christie's in November 2017, becoming the most expensive artwork ever sold at auction, shattering all previous records. The atmosphere was electric. Bidding started at $75 million and quickly soared. According to those present in the room, described by the New York Times, the final frantic minutes saw two bidders vying for the prize via telephone, with the hammer finally falling at an incredible $400 million, leading to a grand total of $450.3 million with fees. The room erupted in stunned applause. The identity of the Salvator Mundi buyer remained a gripping mystery for weeks, fueling intense speculation across the globe. Initially, Christie's only confirmed an anonymous buyer. However, an investigation by the Wall Street Journal, citing U.S. intelligence sources and internal Saudi documents, eventually revealed Prince Saad bin Abdullah Al Saud as the purchaser. Further reports, particularly from the New York Times, suggested Prince Saad was acting as a proxy for Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. This revelation transformed the acquisition from a private art sale into a geopolitical statement, highlighting the immense power and influence wielded by state-level collectors. Perhaps even more mysterious than the buyer is the current whereabouts of Salvator Mundi. Following its record-breaking sale, it was announced the painting would be displayed at the Louvre Abu Dhabi. Yet, its highly anticipated unveiling was indefinitely postponed without official explanation. Investigations by ArtNet News and others indicate the painting was briefly seen aboard Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's superyacht, Serenity. As of our reporting, its public display remains elusive. This ongoing mystery underscores the opaque nature of ultra-high-value art transactions and the private destinies of masterpieces once they enter the collections of the world's most powerful individuals. The rivalry between Sotheby's and Christie's is not just about securing consignments, it's about prestige, market share, and shaping the very narrative of art history. Both houses fiercely compete for the white-glove sales, where every lot sells, and the record-breaking hammer prices that dominate headlines. As reported by Forbes, each success fuels the next, attracting more high-value consignments and, crucially, more ultra-wealthy buyers. This intense competition benefits sellers and can inflate prices, but it also creates an environment where discretion and anonymity for bidders become paramount, often facilitated by complex financial arrangements and network of advisors. From anonymous royal families to discreet tech titans and powerful geopolitical figures, the stories behind the most expensive paintings reveal a secret world of immense wealth and influence. These are not just sales, they are cultural statements, strategic investments, and personal quests for immortality through art. The veil of anonymity often shrouds these buyers, adding layers of intrigue to the masterpieces they acquire. As prices continue to climb, fueled by an ever-expanding pool of global billionaires, one thing remains constant: the art market's most captivating stories will always involve the mysterious hands that reach for history, forever altering the canvas of wealth and power.